Hey, hi, welcome back to Living My Fest Life. This is a podcast about festivals and fairs, events, and experiences. We cover everything from nationally known things to local and obscure festivals. And today I'm talking about a festival that I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's one of my bucket list items that I want to go to. I'm talking about the Tihar Festival in Nepal, also known as the Day of the Dogs. Let's get to it.
I'm living my best life.
Okay, so Tihar is a Hindu festival celebrated by the Nepalese people and also in parts of India. It's a 5-day festival similar to Diwali, the Festival of Lights. It is called by many different names. Sometimes it's called Deepawali, and sometimes it's called Yamapanchak. It goes by so many different names, and I apologize already if I've mispronounced any of those. How they celebrate these 5 days, they decorate their homes with lights, singing, dancing, gambling. It is a prayer and religious festival, but I'm going to be talking mainly about day 2, which is Kukar Tihar, which is the dog festival.
Today we are celebrating Kukur Puja, which is the dog festival of Nepal.
So the 5-day Nepalese Hindu festival of Tihar, basically every day they celebrate something different. So the first day they celebrate crows. The second day they celebrate dogs. So I'm going to be talking specifically about this, Kukur Tihar. Dogs are celebrated and blessed with tika. What is tika? Tika is a red mark on their forehead. So they take these beautiful powders made from rice, yogurt, and dye, and they will bless the dogs by going in between their eyes, moving upward. So they put the powder on the little dogs' faces. They also give the animals garlands, flower garlands. Most of them are marigolds. I've seen other flowers here. And they wear them around like little leis. Now, it's not even limited to the dogs that are in your homes. They also go out into the streets and they will decorate any of the stray dogs that they see there. They also leave out food for them, and they have huge food dishes for the dogs at home.
As part of the festival, the pet dogs or stray dogs are honored on the second day of the festival, where they are acknowledged by humans by providing them with delicious food items specially prepared for them.
So Hindus believe the dog is the messenger of the god of death. And by keeping the dogs in good humor and celebrating them, they will appease the god of death, known as, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Yamara. And they also believe that the god of death has dogs that they keep waiting for them at the gates of hell to guard it. So not how I typically see dogs, but this festival has a lot of deeper meanings that I'll get into. Dogs in the community are adorned with garlands and treated to the best of everything. The best of everything. During the festivities, besides receiving the tika, the mark on their forehead, which is a very special honor, they receive garlands, they receive food, they receive parades, they receive praise. They are just celebrated for the beautiful creatures that they are. Now, let's go back to the overall festival of 5 days. The first day of Tihar, they worship the crow, and this is celebrated by people leaving food on their roofs for the crows to get. The third day is dedicated to cows in the morning, and then to Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, in the evening. The fourth day, depending on your background, it's celebrated a little different. Worship of the oxen, worship of the mountain, or worship of the self. And on the 5th day, sisters dedicate the day to their brothers, or siblings dedicate the day to each other. And they are given tika as well to ensure long life. It's a blessing. Now, they also celebrate, during this Festival of Lights, celebrates the triumph of light over darkness, of knowledge over ignorance, and of dissolution of barriers that separates humans from authentic experiences of the world. That is so freaking beautiful. That is beautiful. We don't have any days that celebrate that specifically. I'm not sure. And said so poetically like that. Now, let's go back to why the dogs. Dogs are especially important to the Nepalese Hindu practitioners. The role of dogs in human life throughout history has been celebrated. In the Rig Veda, one of the Hindus' most ancient texts, Samara, the mother of dogs, assists Indra, the ruler of heaven, in retrieving stolen cattle. Hindu tradition holds that the dog is the guardian and messenger of Yama, the lord and judge of the dead.
We honor the dog and we worship the dog because they are the best friend and they watch our house.
At the close of the festival, the King of Righteousness refuses to enter heaven without his devoted dog. And that is such a cool power move. I mean, I hope I can pull that off at the pearly gates too. The dog is revealed to represent the concept of dharma, the path of righteousness. And if you think about dogs, like, they're all that is good in this world. They're happy, they're affectionate, they want the best for you, they just want to be next to you, near you, they can sense your emotion, they can save lives, they run into burning buildings and save babies. I mean, they're just the most amazing creatures in the world, aside from elephants. So, I've always wanted to go to this festival. I remember the first time I saw a photo of this festival. It was a dog walking solo through a parade of people, and they were throwing flower petals in the air, and he had his tika on, and he just looked like the happiest dog ever. And it said, "There's a festival in Nepal that is dedicated to honoring dogs." And I said, this is just so beautiful. So during Tihar, each day is devoted to honoring a different animal, like I said, and the dog will be on the second day. Now, these floral necklaces, they're just so beautiful. They're called mala, and it's a mark of respect and dignity. It announces that the wearer is important and symbolizes the prayers that go with the dog. These are just beautiful. They remind me of leis. I mean, just, a flower necklace, obviously, a wreath of florals. So colorful, so beautiful. I will probably make one for my dog next year, just so I can celebrate him, because I think he needs it. I mean, he just needs this regal collar.
My dog name is Angie, and she's 8 years old, and she's a German Shepherd. She's not just a pet for us, she's like a family member. So I started my day by grooming my dog, making her ready for the puja.
Now, the food offerings is probably what the dogs love the most, I would assume. They're like, oh, I love these flowers, and I love this beautiful adornment on my head. But they will go all out with the food for their dogs. And for the food for the street dogs, which I think is a beautiful thing, too. They will offer dogs treats, including milk or eggs, meat, or high-quality dog food. Some might offer a deep-fried, confectioned treat similar to a donut. I mean, that's gorgeous. Can you imagine being a stray dog and someone's like, do you want this donut? Best day ever.
I'm living my best life.
So recently I read in the news that in 2008, Nepal's tradition of honoring dogs has been taken to the other side of the world, and Mexican animal rights groups have started celebrating too. So Mexico has adopted this holiday. Mexicans brought out their pets in Mexico City Revolution Square in Puerto Vallarta, garlanding them and smearing vermilion on them, just like in Nepal. There's a reason why they're called man's best friend. They are just absolutely gorgeous creatures that are there for us. And I'm so glad that there's a day that they can be celebrated. Even the strays, I'm wondering if they even just take them into their homes and adopt them after that. I'm not sure. Maybe they probably just love all the freedom of getting to roam around. So I recently saw some ANI news coverage, and they are interviewing the Nepalese police officers in Kathmandu, and what they did was they put their dogs on pedestals and honored them with medals and just basically said, these dogs contribute majorly to our investigations and our means for us to complete these, and they should be honored.
Even some who doesn't own a dog goes out in the street and provide food offerings to the street dogs and do puja. Our dog lives for only 13 to 14 years, and in that short duration of time, they give us so much of love.
Tell me about it.
And happiness.
My dog's 12. Don't say that. Oh man. Let's all hug a dog today. Let's all hug our dogs today.
I'm living my best life.
So in conclusion, there's no really wrap up for this because there's no website. There's no nothing. I just want you to picture a beautiful festival of lights, a whole city lit up with candles and festival lanterns, and there's music playing, and there's people dancing, and there's dogs running around with their garlands on, and everybody's just celebrating and happy. And it continues, all the 5 days throughout the crows, the oxen, honoring your siblings, honoring the goddess of wealth and luck. And what a beautiful way to celebrate, and what a beautiful things to celebrate. So if you're interested in learning more, I encourage you to look at the travel websites, read up all about this. And yeah, if this is on your bucket list too, shout me on Instagram, let me know. Because I'm looking for some road trip buddies. I don't know about you guys, but this just looks like once in a lifetime something we have to check out. If you have an idea for a festival that I can talk about, or a fair, or even an experience that you've had, you can hit me up at festlifepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow us on Instagram and chat with us over there. Just reach out to us. Special thanks for Phil from Mi Compadre for doing the editing for the show. And that's just a quick one. I just wanted to let you guys know about this amazing festival because I think it's so worthy of you knowing about. Let's do it. Let's go.
If you're broke,
Then save your money.
get a job
Don't get that coffee.
once a week. I'm living